All right, time to get into our second semifinals match. It's your current reigning Waco Regional Champion, Dog, going up against Sidnev. Here we go, let's go ahead and count them down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! So Sidnev, actually the only player that is participating that is not from Texas. Sidnev came all the way from the Netherlands and was able to actually get first seed here in the tournament. Sidnev is going to be doing his best to defeat Dog here and try and play Andy in the finals to take that belt buckle home. And Dog is going to be, of course, doing everything that he can to keep the belt buckle in Texas. But to start things off, both players kind of having similar stacks, not one for one, but definitely similar. And now Sidnev able to find the Tetris there. Dog finds one shortly after. Sidnev also pushed down for 1 point, so we're not going to be looking at any ties anytime soon. And Dog is going to push down for 2 points. There it is, Tetris for Dog, 115 to 114. And looks like we're just going to have a little bit of back and forth action as both players get started here. Great openers as well. There is another Tetris for both Dog and Sidnev. There's another Tetris for Dog and a Tetris for Sidnev. So it's just going to be back and forth here. Dog having to take some burns. Meanwhile, Sidnev is on a flawless opener. Has yet to take a burn. Knocks down a Tetris as well. 205,000 now, 185. Dog with only 5 burns on the board. Sidnev knocks down a Tetris, 228. Very strong opener. Dog, of course, only burning 5 lines, so not too far behind Sidnev in terms of just sheer amount of lines burned. Another Tetris for Sidnev. This is 11 Tetrises in a row here. And another Tetris for both Sidnev and Dog. Sidnev doing everything to avoid potentially setting up. And there it is, Sidnev finally having to take the first set of burns. Tetris for Sidnev, 297 to now 278. So there's a 1 Tetris lead for Sidnev, but what a great opener for not just Sidnev, but for both players. Dog gonna go for the triple. Sidnev's gonna take a couple of skims. Holding out for the long bar, and there it is, Tetris for both Sidnev and Dog. This is some insane pace here. 330 for Dog and 346 for Sidnev. Amazing games so far. Nice burn over there for Sidnev. Dog makes the adjustment to avoid burning. It's those kind of small adjustments that add up over time, allowing Dog to kind of recapture some of that efficiency that Sidnev got in the early game. 376 to now 394. Both players are looking at 400K at 80 lines. 400K almost exactly for Dog and 417 for Sidnev. Another Tetris for Dog. Great stacking for Sidnev here. Still just such clean play from these two here. 463 to now 445. And oh, Sidnev, small misdrop. Things are going to get a little bit complicated, and this kind of misdrop should be survivable, but the issue is Dog is going to be able to capitalize. Oh, nice burn over there from Sidnev. What an efficient way to find a solution. And just like that, Sidnev opens up the world. Dog does take the lead, though, with a Tetris. 492 to now 491. And oh, the vis over there from Sidnev. And gets the perfect L piece for the flat burn. Tetris ready. Tetris for Sidnev. 515 to 515. Dog ahead by half a single. And now it's Sidnev that's ahead by half a single. Looks like we're looking at double 600K transitions here, game number 1. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. Another Tetris for Sidnev. Dog had to do a little bit of burning, but now is Tetris ready. Keep things almost 1-1. 588 to now 607. 2 Tetrises left in pocket for Sidnev. And now 2 Tetrises left in pocket for Dog. 611 and now 607. 1 burn line is all that separates them in terms of, well, not anymore. Sidnev can try and grab one more. Gonna go for a flat skim. There it is, Tetris for Dog. Dog can also go for one more. And a 654 transition from Sidnev. But wait, it's not over because Dog is going to get a 657 transition. The highest double transition that we've seen all day today. And here we are early in 19. Both players knocked down a Tetris, 681 to 680. Players refusing to burn to maintain at least peak efficiency. 705 to 705, separated by 200 points here. As Sidnev now finally encountering some burning situations, but finds incredibly efficient ways to burn out of that. Tetris ready now as Dog is holding out for the long bar. Not going to take any burns, finally decides to take the double. Still holding out for the long bar, follows up with a single and a Tetris for Dog. 734 to now 760, another Tetris for Dog, goes up to 761. Sidnev at 760, goes up to now 786. Dog is Tetris ready, answers back, goes up to 787. Back and forth, separated by 1,000 points. Sidnev now Tetris ready, or almost Tetris ready. Dog knocks down a Tetris. Sidnev has to take a skim, and Dog with another Tetris, finally generating some separation. But Sidnev's gonna cut that separation down a bit. 817 and now 841. Sidnev knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 844, into the lead. But Dog is Tetris ready, avoiding taking the double. There it is, Tetris for Dog, takes the double. Now it's 872 to 873. Back and forth between these two players. Not a single inch of room has been given. There's a Tetris for Dog, goes up to 902. 902 to 902, still in level 23. What is this madness here? There's another Tetris for Sidnev and a counter Tetris for Dog. 931, now 934. Sidnev has taken a couple more burn lines, but now Dog has a long bar dependency. It's gonna be forced to deal with it. Actually, both players having to deal with some pretty tricky situations. Neither player is in position to score a clean Tetris, but Sidnev fills in the long bar dependency first. Tetris ready. Dog still trying to find a way to burn out of this. Sidnev also trying to burn out of their respective situation as well. Sidnev holding out for it. Not quite getting the right pieces, and Dog knocks down a Tetris, finally in the lead by 1 Tetris, but Sidnev almost opens up the well, and wow, 3 S pieces in a row, but opens up the well. Tetris for Sidnev, 983 to now 974. Sidnev does have a little bit of complications that need to be dealt with. Dog knocks down another Tetris. There's the max out, level 26. Sidnev has brought this all the way down to the bottom. Only needs a couple more pieces. That's perfect. Needs one more Mito to get Tetris ready. Set up for the Tetris. And Tetris for Sidnev. There's the max. 1,025,000, 1,021,000. 4,000 points is what separates them, but Dog knocks down a Tetris. However, Sidnev counters with a Tetris as well. 859 to now 855. Tetris for Dog goes up to 889. 1 Tetris away from the 1.1 million. This has just been incredibly close all game. It will come down to 29 play. Tetris for Dog, there's the 1.1 million, and a Tetris for Sidnev, 1.1 million as well. Dog only with a 26,000 point lead. There's another Tetris for Dog. Sidnev can try and grab one more before 29. Dog sets up actually beautiful setup over there for Dog. Sidnev goes to 29 at 1.14 million. Dog goes to 29 at almost 1.2 million. And now Sidnev for a Tetris. Artie's trying to make a comeback here, but Dog is setting up for one as well, and Dog scores the Tetris. C23 to now C48. Both player, and another Tetris for Sidnev, takes the lead. Sidnev trying to get set up for potentially another. Dog trying to consolidate the stack into a friendly position. But okay, Sidnev is having to do a little bit of burning here. Does have the lead by 7,000 points. Dog with a long bar dependency, gets it filled. Sidnev still trying to work on the stack. Dog looking to try and get pieces in an ideal situation. And Dog takes the lead. Sidnev able to get the 5-tap all the way over to left. What is this madness? But Sidnev's not out of it yet. Sidnev needs a couple of pieces. And oh, wait, Hanks, this is a dirty Tetris setup. If he could get a high piece, if he could get it over. And no, can't do it. Sidnev tops out at C80, 1.2 million. And Dog just barely takes game number 1. All right, both players are ready. So let's go ahead and get game number 2 counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! I mean, what a way to open the set. There really wasn't a time where there was any amount of separation generated. I'd say the closest to that was level 28, and then Sidnev came and knocked down a couple of 29 Tetrises, and we were just back and forth. Even the score at top out, the differential was only like a couple thousand points. And ooh, a little bit of a tricky situation developing for Dog here. Sidnev able to find the Tetris out of that. Dog having to burn 7 lines. And there it is, Tetris for Dog and Sidnev. But what an insane game one that was. And just the levels of efficiency. And of course, you know, we are playing on same piece sets, so they were utilizing almost every single long bar for Tetrises at the same exact time. But so far, Sidnev is going to take a 1 Tetris lead here. There is Tetris for Sidnev. And Tetris for Dog. So far, everything is pretty calm. Not too many complicated piece sequences to deal with. Sidnev might have to start taking a couple of skims. No heavy burns, though. Knocks down a Tetris. And Dog answers as well. There's Tetris for Sidnev. And Tetris for Dog. 167 now, 165. So not quite the exact same situation that we experienced in the last game, but pretty darn close. There is Tetris for Sidnev and Tetris for Dog. Sidnev has finally generated a full Tetris in separation. Both players are at the same line count, so there isn't any kind of pace gain that Dog can have currently. There is Tetris for Sidnev. Still keeping things strong. 237 now, 235. And just the stacking from both players on 18 is immaculate here. Both players are meticulously placing the pieces in desired locations and even making these last second adjustments in order to increase the efficiency. And we're still separated by just about this 1 Tetris margin. If the eyepiece comes soon for Dog, we are actually back in almost a tie situation, 284 to 286. And oh, I love that L spin over there from Sidnev. What a way to deal with that uncomfortable formation. Just gonna go for the double. Still needs a couple of pieces to help him out here. There's 314 to now 308. Sidnev slightly ahead in lines, but oh, nice burn setup over there from Dog. Still would love to get a J piece and an I, and does the T burn, does get the I piece, so is able to knock down a Tetris. And oh, nice LJ burn. Very cerebral, and just like that, the stack gets fixed, and Tetris for Dog, separating us by 3,000 points. I mean, both these players are putting on a masterclass of efficiency on 18, as well as creative stacking. 383 to 386. Both players are at the same line count. There it is, Tetris for Dog. And Tetris for Sidnev. And if things continue at this rate, we might have a repeat of game number 1. That just goes to show how high level these players are, able to play at such a wavelength to be neck and neck with their opponent almost the entirety of the game. .455 to 476. Sidnev currently in the lead, has scored a Tetris, and with that Tetris, Dog essentially ties them back up. 478 to now 499. Dog looking for a J piece here. J piece, there it is. Sidnev knocks down a Tetris, 522. Dog knocks down 1 Tetris, goes up to 503, and has a T piece. All right, hits the T-spin and can try and go for row 2 here. instead of burning all the way down. Look at all these tucks being executed flawlessly over here by Dog. Tetris ready, Tetris for Dog and Sidnev. Sidnev looking to transition with another 600K. The first game was 650. Sidnev about to get another 600K transition, and same for Dog. Back-to-back 600K transitions. If the eyepiece does come for Sidnev, that's unprecedented. Dog has to take a double, waiting on the eyepiece. Sidnev holding out. He wants the 600K, is able to get the 600K transition. 618 transition, as a matter of fact. Dog is not going to be able to get it. Going to take a double, holding up for the long bar. Dog transitions at 581, so Sidnev managed to claw away just slightly in terms of 18, but we know how strong both of these players are, and of course Dog, with the profound ability to play level 19 at such a high level of efficiency, might be able to make a comeback in terms of just the gap that was generated at transition. 637 to now 652. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Goes up to 678. Dog is Tetris ready. Sidnev with a couple of ambitious overhangs set up, and Dog now having to deal with complications, but gets perfect O pieces, opens up the well, and Tetris for Dog. Sidnev gets perfect pieces as well. Able to open up the well on the right-hand side, holding out for the long bar now. Both players Tetris ready. Sidnev burns into level 22. Tetris for Dog. 702 to now 690. Sidnev now needs to get pieces over to the left, sets up a delay burn, a very risky one, but still finds a way to navigate through. There is 700,000 now, 705. Sidnev is Tetris ready, holding out for the long bar. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev, 736 to 731. Dog still with the advantage, but it's still close regardless, and Sidnev just playing so high up and still managing to find all the right burns to score Tetrises in such an efficient manner. As a matter of fact, it's taken the lead. Dog 768, Sidnev 795. Dog knocks down a Tetris, taking the lead back, and we almost have an exact tie there for a moment. But Sidnev, that left side needs to be dealt with, needs a J piece. There's the J. There's a Tetris for Sidnev and a counter Tetris for Dog. 833 to now 832. Tetris for Sidnev and Tetris for Dog. Back and forth we go yet again. Dog now holding out for a J piece here. Sidnev filling in all these necessary overhangs. Unfortunately, didn't get the most ideal pieces. Still set up for a Tetris, but is going to have to deal with that hole one way or another. And is now long bar dependent. Needs the eyepiece. Goes for a double, holding out for just anything here. Finding ways to burn down. Dog has now solidified a one Tetris lead at least. Is ahead in terms of pace. Dog holding out for the long bar. Clean Tetris ready. And there it is, Tetris for Dog. 949 to now 886. Make that 921. Sidnev with two Tetrises left to gain here before 29. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. Dog was still a ways to go. Sidnev is set up, waiting on the long bar, and there's the max out for Dog, 1,020,000, but, ooh, oh wow! Able to slide that piece underneath, gets a tuck. Can we see a Z piece? And the Z spin is missed! That could mean something as Sidnev is trying to get the board under control here for 29. Dog transitions to 29 at 1,037,000 or 34,000. Both players are low. Sidnev getting things set up, almost had the perfect clear if the long bar was timed well. As a matter of fact, where is the long bar? There it is, Tetris for Sidnev into the lead. 1,054,000 and 1,051,000. And Dog, oh, hold on, this, oh my gosh, the tuck, but where's the long bar? Where's the long bar? All right, there we go. Dog is back. And Sidnev has managed to build up a 70,000 point lead, but that left side is dangerous. Oh, the hang on the Z, and Sidnev's gonna top out at 1.17 million. Dog needs to get 1.173. Oh, he set it up for the Tetris. Oh my gosh, where's the long bar? Okay, he finds a way, needs to get this well open. The well is open, set up for the Tetris, no longer. And oh, there's the Z, or the S burst that did Sidnev in. And Dog is still now fighting for survival. And able to get the piece all the way over the left, still keeping hope alive, still set up for this Tetris, and still doesn't get the long bar. Down by 30,000 points now. needs to get a piece over to the left, goes for a couple of flat placements, finally gets an eyepiece, just gonna take the triple, now only needs around 20,000 points, make that 12,000. Almost there. B69, 3,000 points, 2 more lines should do it. There's one, oh wait, that's good enough, and Dog takes game number 2. Well, both players are ready for a game number 3. Dog is one step away from meeting his brother in the finals. Can Sidnev create some momentum and win game number 3 to extend the set? Or will Dog meet his brother? We're about to find out. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! All right, both players are underway. And both players have scored 2 Tetrises here in the beginning without burning. Sidnev takes the first burn. Dog knocks down Tetris, and it's gonna have to take the next one. But still very close. And even in that last game, it was close all the way up until 29, where Sidnev once again was able to find a good amount of separation because of some early 29 level 30-ish Tetrises. There it is, Tetris for Dog. Things are looking clean here so far. Dog actually does need to do a little bit correction with the stack here. Sidnev, prime opportunity to take advantage. Dog just needs an S piece, and normally RNG is willing to give S's. And there it is. One that's not necessarily friendly. The Dog finds a way to navigate through, is clean. Sidnev now goes up to a 40,000 point lead. Arguably, this is the first time where we've really seen there been some early separation here in the opener. But these players have just been neck and neck all the way through. I mean, there was a Tetris separation in game 1 for Sidnev, going the first 48 lines, if I'm not mistaken, perfect. And ooh, sets up the Z delay burn. This could work out beautifully, but it could also be very dangerous. All the pieces seem to fall correctly into place. Sidnev, Tetris ready. Dog now with the lead currently. Sidnev taking the burns. Very disciplined. And where's the long bar? Just nowhere to be found. Sidnev has been up very high. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. And Tetris for Dog, another Tetris for Sidnev. So we're almost in a situation where we're essentially neck and neck. At this point, scoring Tetrises for either players can flip the lead. Dog with the pace advantage now. And Sidnev is in some trouble. Needs an eyepiece. Decides to deal with it with a J. That's going to work out fine. Perfect O. And the J to follow, followed up by a great Z. Great sequence right there. Dog has now built up a 40,000 point lead. And there it is, Tetris for Sidnev. And Sidnev has definitely had a lot more tough situations in this game. Has been up, stacking a lot higher than Dog. And it's just the time that these droughts come on, because we are playing on same piece sets, but the timing of these droughts are when Sidnev is at the highest point on the board. There it is, Tetris over there for Sidnev. 353 to now 364. And ooh, Sidnev creating an interesting overhang. Could have worked for a Vitz, but found an alternative solution. And nice adjustment on the square. Very minuscule, but very effective. And sometimes it's the simplest things that are the most effective. And ooh, That is not a simple misdrop for Dog, though, and this is a opportunity for Sidnev. Dog is finding some great efficient burns. Needs another Z piece. Still, like, now needs an S piece, L or J, L and J dependent. Decides to open up the well. Sidnev now builds up a 30,000 point lead. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Around 20 lines away from level 19 transition. Dog knocks down a Tetris, 424 now. This might be, once again, another chance for Sidnev to have the lead at transition. Sidnev having to do some burning. The long bar is nowhere to be found. He's having to choose wisely whether to continue the aggression or to just bring it down a couple of lines. Sidnev will transition with the next Tetris. Dog is having some complications generated. Goes for the setup. Sidnev transitions at 524. Dog, on the other hand, 2 Tetrises left before level 19. There's a Tetris for Sidnev, goes up to 550. And Dog, once again, getting more complicated pieces, avoiding the misdrop by making a small micro adjustment there. And Dog is going to transition at 460. So down by 100,000 points currently. And a lot of tough pieces to follow, and nothing's really burning. Sidnev has a prime opportunity here. Sidnev's tournament life is on the line. They want to extend the set. They have to win here and now. 652 for Sidnev. Dog at 476. Now that's a 200,000 point lead for Sidnev, albeit one level ahead. But 200,000 points is 200,000 points no matter what way you look at it. Dog still trying to get the board in a position to score a Tetris, and none of the right pieces are falling. There's another Tetris for Sidnev. 734 here on level 22. This is a stellar game so far. Dog now finally knocks down a Tetris, able to start fighting back, and knocks down another Tetris. 542 to now 762. Still down by 200,000 points. Dog gets Tetris ready, makes a nice adjustment utilizing the T-piece. There it is, Tetris. Oh, now Tetris for Sidnev. Dog in a little bit of trouble, looking for the right pieces to burn out in the most efficient manner. And it looks like they all fall. Beautiful down stack over there for Dog, but he's still looking for the eyepiece. Eyepiece is nowhere to be found. Goes for the delay burn. Beautifully done, and a Tetris for Dog. Masterfully executed, but Sidnev, that left side is dangerous. Needs to find some way to burn. Goes for the double, followed up by another skim single and a double. Gets the eyepiece over all the way to the left, and just like that, it's like nothing never happened. 866 to now 613. Dog still trailing by 200,000 points. Still a level behind. And of course, we do have 29 play at hand. And Dog misses the spin there. Might decide to go for row 2. Looking for all the right pieces. Dog is set up. There it is. Tetris for Dog. Sidnev at 902. Make that 934. Such a dominant game from Sidnev. Another Tetris for Sidnev. Now almost a 300,000 point lead. Dog now trying to get Tetris ready. Oh, beautiful adjustment right there. Sidnev experiencing mild complications, but opens up the well. Dog holding out for the long bar, covers up the well at the wrong time, makes the right placement on the eyepiece, but covers it up again, and finally gets rewarded. 718, and we have a max out for Sidnev at 1,007,000. There is another Tetris for Dog. Sidnev just holding on to this advantage. Dog now starting to knock down Tetrises in rapid succession. There's a Tetris for Sidnev, 1,046,000 to 787,000. Another Tetris for Dog. Sidnev will go to level 29 in one line. And it's going to do so with this board. Sidnev now just going to try and get the stack under control. Dog still has 10 lines to go, but oh no. Getting a couple, wow. Look at all those tucks. If Dog can get an eyepiece and a J-piece, things could get resolved quite nicely. There's the eyepiece. Only 3 lines left to go before 29. And it's going to go for the double, 867,000, a 300,000 point lead right now for Sidnev, as Dog is now trying to fight for survival here on 29. And a dirty center wall Tetris, 911 now to B39 or B91. Pardon me. Right now, Dog once again in a little bit of trouble. still finding ways to navigate the stack down. Sidnev, on the other hand, able to get that piece all the way over to the left. Has to survive this. Dog is still actively playing, so just because having such a massive lead doesn't mean that it's a game win for Sidnev. And Sidnev's running out of room to play. Can try and go for a flat placement. Oh, the pole vault! But it's not going to be any avail. Sidnev tops out at 1.2 million, but Dog is also going to top out. So Sidnev clutches out game number 3 and extends the set. All right, both players are ready for game number 4. Sidnev has kept hopes alive of taking the belt to the Netherlands, or a chance to take the belt to the Netherlands. Meanwhile, Dog trying to face his brother in the finals. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! What an amazing game by Sidnev in game number 3. Was able to do what needed to be done and just hold on to the lead throughout post-transition. As a matter of fact, increased the lead. Dog brought it back a good amount of points, but 300,000 point deficit while having that board on 29 speeds is very hard to overcome. $91,000 for Dog, 70,000 for Sidnev. And Sidnev not quite getting that eyepiece all the way over to the left. It's not going to be dangerous, but just in terms of just having a good stack and not having to worry about any eyepiece dependencies to deal with, Sidnev would have liked to get it over. Does get it filled. Dog now holding out for a couple of pieces to kind of help get out of this in an efficient manner. And pieces aren't necessarily too friendly. Dog would love to get an eyepiece here. There's a Tetris, but now has a little bit of cleanup to do. And Sidnev, currently down in points, is going to be able to utilize this opportunity to tie up the game and maybe even take a lead. Dog going for the flat T-burn, or no, the rotated T-burn. Nice adjustment. Sidnev knocks down a Tetris. That's a split triple for Dog. It's just going to continue to clean up the stack. But Sidnev going to hold on to now a Tetris and a half lead approximately. There it is, Tetris over there for Sidnev. Dog finally back into a scoring position. Nice little overhang with the S. Accommodates the T perfectly. There it is, Tetris over there for Dog. 201 to now 237. And Sidnev, untimely O-piece there is going to result in 3 burn lines. And miss J-spin over there for Dog. Like the solve that Dog was going for, unfortunately. 227 now for Dog, 308 for Sidnev. Dog now trying to fight here. Wants to put this game away here in game number 4. Doesn't want to go to a game number 5. With Sidnev having all the momentum of potentially winning this game and the previous one. So Dog can finish things here. Be ready to go over to the main stage for the finals up against his brother. Anyways, 319 for Dog. Sidnev at 354. Make that 377. Sidnev continuing to keep up the efficiency. Dog is trailing slightly behind in line, so the lead could be diminished a bit in terms of pace. But that, of course, is for Dog up to realize said pace. Dog would love to get an S piece here and hits the spin. Trying to open up the well. Nice little overhang in. Oh no, small misdrop and not able to get the double roll underneath. So a couple more complications. Still set up for the Tetris and now has to deal with said misdrops. And it looks like Dog is finding efficient ways to deal with them. But speaking about dealing with misdrops, Sidnev now, oh wait, set up for something dirty here in the center. Gonna try and burn this down though. And this is Dog's opportunity. Sidnev going for this. No, Sidnev's gonna just take the burns. And just like that, Dog is now only down by 50,000 points. Sidnev still has to do a couple more burns, but gonna take the triple. Not gonna set up for the Tetris. Just needs a J piece and a couple other pieces to open up the well. Dog Tetris ready. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Dog managing a little bit of a comeback in pace. But long bar is just nowhere to be found. There it is. Tetris for Dog. 451 to now 514. Sidnev will transition within the next 3 Tetrises. Same can be said for Dog here. Dog, nice small adjustment there. Great adjustment to accommodate that eyepiece utilizing that T. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. And there's a Tetris for Dog. Sidnev can try and grab one more. And once again, looks like we're going to have a decent lead over here for Sidnev. Is going to have to deal with that. Love the delay burn setup. Opens up the well, eyepiece dependent, and going to fill in the eyepiece dependency first. And gets another eyepiece just in time. Sidnev transitions at 584. Dog transitions at 522. Gets an eyepiece in column 3. And is now Tetris ready and knocks down a Tetris. 547 now for Dog. Make that 571 for Dog. Trying to put some pressure on Sidnev, but Sidnev counters with a Tetris of their own. 659. Dog creating a long bar dependency. Gets the long bar dependency filled. Set up a delay burn so it would have been used for a Tetris anyways. And there it is, Tetris for Dog. 599 to now 685. Almost a 100,000 point lead for Sidnev. Another Tetris for Dog. Goes up to 625. Sidnev is at 687, having to take a triple. Does get Tetris ready. Knocks down a Tetris. 722 now for Sidnev. Great burns over there for Dog. Tetris ready as well. Holding out for the long bar. Both players waiting patiently. There it is, Tetris for Dog. Sidnev, long bar dependency. Going to have to deal with this. And, oh, that's going to be a triple. Sidnev opens up the well. 685 for Dog, starting to make a comeback here, only down by 40,000 points, and Sidnev's having to do a lot of burning here. Does finally locate the eyepiece for the Tetris and knocks down 2 quick ones to go back up to a 100,000 point lead, but Dog cuts it back down to only 70,000 points and is still behind in lines. Nice delay burn that's being set up over here for Dog. Looks like it's going to be utilized well. Perfect pieces over there for Dog. Knocks down a Tetris, holds out patiently for the L, and just like that, Dog is in a rather clean position, trying to avoid creating an eyepiece dependency. Sidnev having to work out some troubles though. Dog not Tetris ready just yet, needs the perfect pieces, and RNG finally provides. Sidnev is also clean. Dog down by 100,000 points, knocks down a Tetris. 782 to now 856. We're just around a little bit over halfway through the post transition. Then we'll be getting into level 29 play. 859 for Sidnev, knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 890. Dog makes the rotation, trying to be accommodating for a piece instead of creating a long bar dependency, but it gets created anyways. Gets the long bar dependency, or long bar to solve said dependency. Sidnev now up to 955, 100,000 point lead. 850 to now 988. There it is, Tetris for Dog. Dog is almost a level behind, and Sidnev now having to burn at least 4 lines in order to score the next Tetris. And that was, I was gonna say assuming peak efficiency, but that's exactly what Sidnev just demonstrated. 920 or 993 to now 918. Great adjustment over there from Dog. Sidnev knocks down a Tetris. There's the million points. Max out for Sidnev. Dog is a Tetris and change away. 1,027,000 for Sidnev. Make that 1,062,000 for Sidnev. Dog is at 954,000. Beautiful tuck. Knocks down a Tetris. Goes up to 988. Tetris ready, knocks down a Tetris, 1,023,000. The game is actually a lot complicated. Sidnev needs to get this board under control. 1 line left till level 29. There it is, level 29 for Sidnev. Able to get those pieces over to the left. Dog looking clean so far. Dog is going to go to 29 at 1,063,000. Only 10,000 points separate them roughly. Sidnev's getting the board under control, bringing the stack down. Dog trying to get the board into a friendly position. J-Piece dependent, holding out for a J-Piece. J-Piece doesn't come, and oh, things are getting complicated. Dog able to get that piece all the way over to the left, still surviving. Sidnev now at 1.1 million. Dog has to deal with that left side somehow. Needs an eyepiece. We're loving eyepiece. Eyepiece came a tad bit too late. A misdrop, able to slide pieces underneath, but still needs an eyepiece. And maybe there might be some hope. Dog able to get pieces over to the left. What is this down stacking? Still, oh my gosh! Amazing survival by Dog. It's not over. Sidnev is still in trouble too. Dog, all right, massive triple right there. Sidnev still in the lead. If Dog can get the right pieces, that's a massive triple for Dog. Sidnev still surviving. Both players back and forth. 1.1 million and 70,000 points for Sidnev, and just like that, both players are clean. But oh, Dog is setting up for a Tetris. Here on level 33, waiting on the long bar, and oh wait, doesn't get it. Needs an eyepiece and gets the Tetris. Still has a way to survive, but we are running out of time. We only have 5 levels left before we reach super kill screen here, and Dog's now still trying to find some way to survive, able to get pieces over. So, oh my gosh, what is going on? How is that possible? And it's not going to be to any avail. Sidnev brings us to a decider. All right, Sidnev has successfully brought it to a decider. This is game number 5. Winner of this advances to the finals. Can Dog clutch out game number 5, or will Sidnev complete the reverse sweep? Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris! We've gotten a lot of ZI starts today. Maybe RNG is trying to tell us something. Of course, I don't know what it is. I don't speak in code. But start things off, Sidnev, of course, going to go with the 1 pushdown point. Go ahead and get the early advantage. And looks like we are actually running into an early game drought. Sidnev able to find a second Tetris on that second long bar. And Dog able to find a Tetris there, getting a little bit tricky. $69,000 now for Sidnev. Dog hits the S-spin and goes for the I-spin to follow into a Tetris. Very flexible stacking. $121 now for Dog. 138 for Sidnev. Dog finds a Tetris. Nice adjustment over there for Dog, creating the long bar dependency right there. Sidnev is going to have an early advantage though. And oh, that's an adjustment I haven't seen before on Sidnev's board. That's gonna work out flawlessly too. 2 quick Tetrises. Sidnev has only taken 2 burn lines so far. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Dog keeping things clean. Tetris ready as well. And, you know, oh, nice adjustment over there for Dog. He's going to be able to find the Tetris there too. When we talk about how both of these players have been playing level 18 today, Sidnev has consistently been transitioning higher than Dog. And just the efficiency that has been on display from Sidnev here in these last 2 games, absolutely phenomenal. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. 300,000 here, 323 at 61 lines. This is a killer game. Doge at 306 at 61 lines, only down by 1 Tetris. There is Tetris for Dog. And not quite able to hit that spin. But Sidnev not in a Tetris scoring position either. So Dog can get out of this in a more efficient manner. Might be something there But Sidnev's gonna probably just try and go aggressive, go for row 3. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Dog has brought the stack all the way, mostly down to the bottom. There it is, Tetris for Sidnev. Now up to around a 60,000 point lead. Dog is starting to answer back. And Sidnev counters. But Sidnev does have some cleanup to do on the stack here. Probably going to try and go for row 3. Very aggressive. Tetris for Dog. Counter Tetris for Sidnev. 445 to now 385. And right now, Dog having to take a break from scoring. Needs to deal with this. Sidnev, dangerous position. Might be playing a little bit with fire here. But just before getting burned, RNG provides a long bar. $391 to now 479. Dog knocks down a Tetris. Goes up to 416. Sidnev hits the T-spin. And this is an opportunity for Dog. Sidnev has spent a couple of lines trying to burn this out. There's a Tetris for Dog. Dog also trailing behind in lines as well. But Sidnev has cleaned up the stack standard right well here on column 10. Both players are Tetris ready. 442 for Dog. 487 for Sidnev. Nice adjustment for Dog, avoiding doing any burns. Both players knock down Tetrises. Sidnev has 3 left before level 19. There's 1. Dog, on the other hand, has quite a few potentially. But RNG kind of giving Dog a rough hand here. Does get the eyepiece for the triple. Sets up the T-spin and hits it as well. And there's a Tetris for Dog. Sidnev still trying to go for 2. 537 to now 498. There's a Tetris for Dog. Sidnev transitions at 541 and is up incredibly high, looking for a couple of pieces to help Sidnev out here. Tournament life is on the line, has to survive this. Able to get that piece all the way over to the left. Great survival and a Tetris for Sidnev. 572. Dog transitions at 522. Looking for a couple of good pieces. Nice burns. The well is open. Going to go ahead and take the extra safety double. Another quick couple of Tetrises for Sidnev. Goes up to 622. Dog trying to open up the well. Keep it open. Long bar nowhere to be found and not Tetris ready when it does finally show its face. Sidnev now up to almost 100,000 point lead, but also a full level in the future. And that misdrop for Sidnev. Able to recover it with incredible speed. Tetris over there for Sidnev. 652 now for Sidnev. Meanwhile, Dog is at 564. Both players are clean. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. Dog is Tetris ready. Waiting on the long bar. Waiting on the long bar. And there it is. Tetris for Dog. 595. Tetris ready once again. Sidnev at 707. 100,000 point lead. And Dog just couldn't utilize that long bar. And couldn't utilize that other one either. Just rough timing on these bars here. And Sidnev's going to knock down another Tetris. Goes up to 746. And Dog now trying to survive this situation. It's not a clean stack. Able to get that piece all the way over to the left. 807 for Dog, or not 807 for Dog, 838 for Sidnev, and 622 for Dog. Dog knocks down a Tetris, level 24, down by almost 200,000 points. Sidnev knocks down another Tetris. Dog getting set up for the next one right now. $878 now for Sidnev, 717, 160,000 point lead. Sidnev is still ahead by almost a level. 750 now for Dog, Sidnev at 911. Dog knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 782. 916 for Sidnev, having to do a couple of burns. There's a Tetris for Dog, 817. Sidnev holding out for this long bar, knocks it down, 953. Both players are on level 27. Sidnev about to go into level 28. There's a Tetris. 990 now for Sidnev. Dog is at 828. Tetris ready, just waiting on the long bar. Burns a double into a Tetris. 992% of, there's one Tetris, can go to transition to 29 with one more line. Already has the max at 1,027,000. There's another Tetris, and Sidnev setting up for another one. That's a little bit aggressive, and Sidnev gets rewarded 1.1 million right here on level 30. Dog can try and grab one more Tetris here before we get to level 29. Dog transitions at 943. This is game number 5. It's win or go home here. Dog able to get that 5-tap over to the left. Sidnev might be getting set up for another Tetris. Is set up. This could be massive amounts of points, but it comes with massive amounts of risk. Sidnev now having to try and get the stack open. There's multiple holes. Sidnev is in trouble. Sidnev needs to get pieces over left, and that's a hang. But hold on, we have a massive chase down here. Dog needs to get 1.126 million. Not an easy feat here. Dog, oh, left side is looking a little scary. Trying to get the stack under control. Almost has the million there. Couple lines to go. And there it is. There's 1 million points for Dog. Needs to get 120,000 here. That left side could be a little bit scary. Gets the 5-tap all the way over the left. Very crucial there. And now we just wait, but Dog can't spend forever. There is a limit to how far you can play with the tournament ROMs. Dog's stack is getting up a little bit higher. Needs to find ways to navigate down. Smart burns. Nice down stacking, but oh, a misdrop. This could get dangerous. Dog needs to find a way to navigate through this. Nice burns, and doesn't get it where it needs to go. Dog needs an O piece, and oh no, the hang! And ladies and gentlemen, Sidnev from the Netherlands advances to the finals.